Hello there people, finally 3DFX is back. Today what we are going to do is we're gonna have a little bit of a look at a song that I've been producing for, well, a couple of days or so. And what we are going to do, my friends, is we'll start up Bitwig. If you haven't done so already, which I actually haven't done, so let's do that. And as I had some problem with my sound before, I YouTube some stuff. All right, so I'm gonna load this scene that I've been working on. It is a song with a vocal, so I'm really hoping that YouTube will be fine with me using that one. And as a little disclaimer, I would like, if there would be anyone from YouTube watching this video right now, I will make the disclaimer and we will see, it should be right in, where do we have our little samples, should be in here. Alright, so the sample kit that I'm interested in is this one, Mike Shivers Essentials, and in the agreement right over here you can see that you can use the sample to record any type of audio production. Let me, underline that one. For personal or commercial use, for example, making records, remixes, commercials, jingles, and commission prizes, soundtracks for film, theater, musicals, computer games, and multimedia, which is YouTube, because that is both video and audio, so you know that. Okay, you may also modify the sounds. Now you know that it's fine for me to use the vocals on these tracks. Let's start. Alright, so let's see. I'm cutting this and I will begin trying to make my song a little bit better. As you can see, we have the arrangement right over here. It looks like this at the moment being. So I have written, say, the start here. I have written the break, which is right over here. And I have written the form of chorus section, which I have right over here, which I'm not 100% happy with. But we have basically, I would say, at least 50% of the song, in my opinion, almost 75. So it depends what you wanna, say. Okay, so what I usually do, as I drag this ruler, I call it ruler, down to 16 bars. And we have the start right here, and I feel like the start is a little naked. So I might actually could have some use for some form of drums or something. So I'm thinking about that, and so we will see. But yeah, I can just run the start for you guys and see what you think. Alright, so that's a ton of sounds at once, and super picky mixer would probably say it sounds horrible, but in my opinion it's not really that horrible. But there's one instrument there which really bugs me, and there's a synthesizer that it just sounds way too much synthesizer in the beginning. You should probably not have that. So I'm gonna search for that synth and see if we can find it now. There it is. Or it could actually be this one. That sounds a little better. Let's see. So, okay, so now the question is, what is too much? we need to kind of figure out what is too much in this intro here. Obviously, I'm feeling that there is a lot of mid-low end or something. So I would say with this sound on, it sounds better than it does with that, because that in my ear sounded a little bit annoying there, or actually quite a bit. So it's always good, now I haven't heard the mix for a day or something, come back and listen, and now I noticed, okay, that really doesn't sound good, so maybe I should just cut that, Okay, so that's what we are going to do. So I feel this song gets just too much. So like this one. It's actually this one which does it, seems. But this sound here, that one and that one, it's not really that bugging actually. Let's see, because it sounded like they were almost a little bit the same there. So let's see if I take this back. And also you may argue that this actually sounds better. In my opinion, yes, it does a little bit somehow. Because this is an intro and you shouldn't really have too much stuff going on there. But I would like to have some form of arpeggio, because I need to have something driving it to get it somehow like you can feel that there's something happening there, except for just bass, if you know what I mean. So we'll see. Okay, so but I have now kind of made up my mind how I'm gonna do this. So this is how I'll do it. I will save the synthesizer, or at least one of them, but I will cut the MIDI data and write something else, I think. So that I will do. I will probably cut this MIDI data here, and I will cut the notes, MIDI notes that I have right over here too, I'm guessing. I'm still gonna listen to this one more time here. So it has kind of a nasal sound or something, and kind of a little bit high-pitched, melodic soundy. And I'm gonna take it down here. I'm gonna have a little bit of a listen to this. And that's quite high, So I'm gonna let those be there, and as you can hear, these three sounds, they kind of sound good together, but they get a little too much in the mix. You kind of want to try to make it sound transparent, if you know what I mean, so it has some air or something, and you don't really want these offensive frequencies which may bog down your mix, and I'm definitely no super professional in this matter. So, but anyway, so what's gonna happen here anyway, we're gonna cut this like I told you before, and we're also going to cut probably here, I would say we cut this one too, and maybe we will see if we can write something else right there. And I'm just gonna see how the mix sounds right now without these. So okay, so that's fine. Let's see now. So this one, I think this one was the brightest one, not sure. Yeah, that's the highest pitched one, and this one is a little more mid frequency something. So the question now is, what do we want to do? I'm gonna see if I could probably like take the lowest one first and make that fit, and then take the higher sound and put on top or so. We'll see about that. So Or I might actually just write an arpeggio with the higher pitched one also. So I'm not really sure how I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna again try to listen to these two and see. I still feel it's too much with that one, so I'm probably gonna cut it, yes. And what we're gonna do here, I'm probably gonna see if I can write something else here. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this little bar slider up here and have that being repeated, and gonna only take this sound soloed. And I'm gonna try to write something else. So, but I think it's a little easier to write. If I'm gonna write an arpeggio, it's probably gonna be easier to hear what's gonna sound good on a high pitched one. So actually, I think I'll try to write an arpeggio right over here. So I'll call this R, and I will see what possibly could fit here. So so let's go in here, double click this to get your pattern there, and oh, that's super high pitch there. So let's get it down a little bit. And also I'm gonna double click here on the mix bus or whatever you want to call it, and let's decheck all of these, the reverb on whatever you have. Yeah, so we can hear only the silent point synth. It's fine to have the EQ and maybe a tad of reverb as long as it's not enormous amounts. Okay, 63, we'll see about that. So let's just see again here. So let's decheck that reverb 2 actually, and we will start trying to write something here. We will see if we can try to sync something to this. Here. So this is a very, very plucky sound without any reverb right now. So let's see if we can fill in some notes in between. It's always a risk to get too many notes also. So let's see if we can get a groove here somehow. Gonna take away these. Okay, that's completely wrong. Come here. Here. See here. We will cut this. right, so let's see. Nope. So let's see again. I always click the notes. It's the way to hear it correctly, in my opinion. Okay, so we have, I think, 4 bars right over there. We'll see. There's some kind of pattern, you know. So let's see what happens if we turn on the reverb on that thing. I think we'll shut off this reverb. It's really drowning it, so, or maybe just... No, we'll shut it off, so we can also try 2 pole. I think we're gonna go with 1 pole. And then we're gonna see what these equalizers are doing. I have the split EQ, cutting some low end there, and I have the Bitwig's own reverb here, as you can see. Cutting as well here. See. And I do have the replica as a delay here. The modern preset for that. And I think it's gonna give us a little bit of problem there. And I also feel it's a little too plucky, I think. But what happens if we use the diffusion here? This is the reverb mode of Replica. For you guys who don't know, the other presets here is the it says it's delay mode. It's delay for modern and vintage. The diffusion one sounds more like a reverb. So let's try. Still, I'm unsure about this song. I don't think it really fits here, so probably maybe we're gonna scrap this. Depends what we're writing, so maybe that little bit depends. If we could build upon this a little bit more, I don't know. Let's shut this off. If I could make this more melodic instead of like bassliney, what could that you know, make? What could that do to us? I mean, give us. So let's. What happens if I add a note? That's too quick. But that gets too melodic, so. So I think we need to avoid that, sadly. And this is testing, you know, everything about music is testing stuff. So what we can do instead of that, we could just take this bass line right up here and test how it sounds, you know, to this center. So let's mute this and unsolo that and run the whole mix again. But it was more like there because it didn't sound as annoying as the high-pitched one, I guess. But we have so many instruments here, so I'm not sure. Maybe I should just cut it. It feels like it's already too much. Maybe I'll just cut it. Okay, let's try this and then. Sounds better. So So instead I feel like I should probably maybe have a sidechain on this thing. So let's just use the normal, like a sidechain here, and we'll see how that affects. Sounds a little more cohesive, so that's a good thing. This maybe. Not sure we should cut even more. Sounds pretty decent there. I feel it's pretty decent. Okay, so let's go back here and see. So maybe that's a little bit more like it. I'm gonna save there. So I'm gonna see how it sounds, you know, further on in the mix there, and we'll see. So I'm gonna just play this and we'll see. Sounds pretty decent like this, I guess. And here comes the vocals.
Don't lose who you are. Don't lose who you are. Don't lose who you are. Don't lose who you are.
Great song.
Don't lose who you are.
comes the chorus. Which is like so. I feel it needs to pump a little more, but yeah. And maybe more melodic stuff. I don't know. I can't really fit so much more. So, alright, that's the full song for now. Yeah, how do you like it? Do you like it, guys? If you like it, give me a thumbs up and come back. Yeah. Because we are truly only doing great trance music here at 3DFS, of course. If you have any form of suggestions for me or something, then why don't you come around and please write to me in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. That would be very interesting, and see if there are some struggles that you're into when it comes to making music and so on. So if you are interested in this, please don't be shy to write a comment or something about your own projects. That would be really fun to hear from you guys also. So I encourage you to do that. So anyway, that's how the song sounds right now with the vocals in. And I have really been struggling to get vocals to fit mixes and so on. So this time around and many times around, I've been trying to like make the songs from scratch and kind of build them after the vocals. And that seems to be the way to go if you want to do a vocal track. But this is probably the best mix that I got so far when it comes to this. Actually, I've been trying. I had one good mix before with also a male vocal actually, which really good single like this one too. I can't really remember which sample pack it was from, but nevertheless it was good, but I didn't get the flow right of the entire track, so I kind of lost inspiration to create it. But maybe someday I'll go back and have a look at that mix again, but I'm a little unsure of the copyrights on the vocals, so that's something they're super picky about sometimes, and that's why I show you guys the the license agreement in the beginning there, that you can actually use it for multimedia, which is YouTube. So I really hope they won't, if they delete this video, well, there you go, you can do that. That's fine by me, it doesn't really matter, because this channel here, 3DFX, we are all focused in doing music here, and we don't need vocals for that. It is a plus, of course, and if we can make something that sounds good with vocals, then, and especially if the copyright holders are okay with that, then that's good in that sense. If they don't, then they can always contact me, so I can remove the video in that case, but I hope it will stay online. So anyway, that is basically where we are right now, and what we have done here is basically actually mostly removed a little bit of the bass line. We haven't really added anything, but sometimes that is the best thing to do, and I think in this case it is. I'm thinking about another synth that I have put in here. It's this one actually. Sounds pretty good actually. So I'm wondering if there's another way to present that without having too much stuff going on, maybe. Because sometimes we need silence in a mix, or I mean more or less silence to create an effect. So right here there's too much going on. There's too many sounds, and it's a gigantic problem of mine, and I guess many trance producers, because there's just so many frequencies to fight all the time. especially writing this kind of trance music that I do, because the trance music that we do here at 3DFX, many times it is trying to be the trance music from 2000-ish, and then it was really kind of, there was many layers and there was much noise and stuff in it, and maybe, or there was tons of reverbs and whatever. Today it's gone more towards the maybe cleaner end, and the requirement are sky high, when it comes to mixing or whatever. It seems like the requirements never stop. You can never be good enough at mixing. But yeah, I guess it could be a good thing also. Any hooters, what we're gonna do, I think I'm gonna try to cut a little bit here more, because I have so many stuff here. So we have this synth, for example. It sounds like this. So this is done by an Arpeggio. There we have it, in silent one. And the preset is called BS Walker. Let's see here. So it's the first one, and let's see. Okay, it's in my own bank, so I'm not sure if you can find it. But if you can find it, then you can always use that yourself if you like. So let's see. I'm just gonna take 2 synths at a time and see. Quite happy with these two. But I wonder if I need to cut more. I probably gotta have to do that also. I like the way that it sounds pretty spacey. Let's see how. Well, let's just see if this has a tool. It doesn't have a tool. It's a bass, so it needs the tool here, because then it will make it more like, so put the width to 0. To make, like, for bass sounds, so it is mono, and you can have more or less mono, and in between, if it's like I think it's 100% that is stereo, and mono should be down there at 0. So we'll see here. Let's try with this thing. Yeah, it gets a little thicker, I think. So I keep them both at mono, because this is really a bass line, so just kind of good to keep it at mono. Okay, so let's try and see what we have here again. Let's double click this. So this is this the bass? Yeah, it's a bass. And what I could do, I could probably put that in mono as well. But for what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take I'm gonna take this big bass here, and also this one. Actually, I'm just gonna see how these 3 sounds together. It's easy when you can hear a little cleaner sometimes. Solo 3 at once and see what happens. Probably gonna put that in mono as well. Gonna take the tool over to move it down to the bass here and put it before Anna, so it has 0 width. Probably that's gonna clean up a little tad, so that's okay. So I'm gonna unsolo these and check how it sounds. So I notice right now this synth right over here, which it probably isn't mono, and I don't know, I might actually put that in mono too, but the thing is, it sounds very plucky, so I don't know. The 24 dB mode adds a little bit to a form of pluckiness. The 12 dB mode kind of opens up, so on silent one, so and it gets more like whatever, musical, if you want to call it like that, in my opinion. So if you want that muffled pluckiness or whatever you want to call it, like, then 24 dB mode usually tends to be good. And key track I use to brighten up stuff. So it has that muted there, and then it has the key track up to compensate a little bit, I guess. Yeah, I have a tad of resonance, usually very, very small amounts of resonance, usually very little as possible. Cutoff is in the middle, and in the middle a little to the right there. And the low pass filter right over here, that's how it looks. And you can see the amp envelope and whatever. But this is not a synth tutorial, so I like to keep it musical. But anyway, it is plucky and it's a little pinpointy, you know, and I would prefer to make this wider, but I have already panned the oscillators, but so I have two voices on this oscillator right over here. I have two voices here. So one is panned there and one is panned to the other side, so left, right there. But I feel like I would like to have some stereo feel or something on there. I don't know. I just feel it's a little too pinpointy. What could kind of make it wider a little bit is using a little bit of release here. Just a little bit. So like get a little airier. But maybe also a sustained quality. I could also add to the muffledness, or you know, mud, if you want to count it. So. But anyway, so let's try this. Better to maybe the first thing we do, we're gonna put this in mono as well. So we'll take the tool, we'll put it in right over here, and then we'll drop it, and we'll see. So I also feel that probably this one is too loud. There we go. Let's see. Let's see here. Man. I think I have way too many frequencies in the mid-range, but yes. Just don't know how to get it. Yeah, it's not easy always, so. Yeah, that's right. Let's see. What am I gonna do? I think maybe I should back off the detune here. Let's see. it didn't affect anything. So see here if we can detune off. What can we do? Stereo. What about what is? Man. So here, okay, so what do we do? Nothing I'll detune here. Excuse me for getting stuck here for a while. Alright, we have a ton of detune on this one, but it does sound pretty good like that. What? Okay, so see this guy over here. Let's try maybe what happens if we put the panning over here. Okay, so distortion. That's it. You should probably avoid the distortion. It's a little clearer like that. You know, it adds up, so but it can be really, really tough to have so many sounds that are super, you know, noisy and stuff like that, which it is a little bit in this case, but I can't help it. This was interesting. You can take this one up an octave here. If you do it to this one, it gets way too bright, but if you do it with this one, which have this wave forms the saw wave, it is fine, but if you do it on the half pulse, it will get much pitchier, so, but here it's fine. Kind of it up. But 12 dB gets too much, so use 24 dB in that case. Sounds pretty good, anyway. Because it raises it just above, like, in a way, and I feel that's pretty cool. But I think to compensate for the pinpointy sound, which I feel it creates, you need to pan it a little bit more so get a little wider. Maybe a slight bit more release there. Here we go. 3.3 is the magic number in my ears, my Sennheisers. There we go, and let's try. And all of a sudden it sounds much louder. I don't know why, but yeah. So I can lower this one a little. So that's cool, but maybe a little bit more release or something. That's too much. So 4.5 seems to be the magic number there. So okay, we'll buy this. No, okay, so but we do have a ton of detune on this, but maybe yeah, we could try removing that and see. Like, I'm gonna save now. Man, yeah. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to. This one definitely needs detuning. So let's put it back at 3.5. And the same with the other oscillator. I thought 3.400 on the left and 3.3 and the 33. on the right. That's how autistic I am. But yeah, and these phones are really sharp. So anyway, but yeah, may not sound the same in your phones or your ears for that matter. But yeah, just gonna try to good 3.5 actually. Yeah, 3.5 I guess. Alright, so I'm gonna save this. There we go. Alright, so we are going to, let's see my timing, what is it? That's 1 hour. Yeah, so I've been nitpicking here again. But yeah, trying to make it a little clearer because I know it's not as, you know, clear as it should be really there. So I'm gonna see the transition over here and see if it's like fine. This song, I don't know why, it kind of is starting to bug me a little, I don't know. It's not overpowering though, because there's so much else. I would prefer to get it cleaner, but it's just that hard to get this clean, so I don't know what to do really. But it's plucky, it's the little bit of annoying pluckiness. Maybe we could just EQ that down. Something like that. It's not really that annoying anymore, so I think that's fine. Let's try again.
Don't lose who you are. 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 Don't lose who you are.
But it really needs, I don't know, it has to have that pumping feeling somehow. I've been trying to get it, but it's like it's a little hard. I haven't played. I don't really get the same effect of the sidechain as I got on my last track, which is kind of bugging me. But I know it's also kind of more noisier sounds in this mix, and it's a little sad. But at the same time, I need that noisy sound in the sounds to create a cohesiveness, like the noise effect sweeps and stuff like that, that are in the track. But at the same time, I'm trying to. So far, haven't used almost any white noise sweeps at all, which I'm kind of proud of because I usually always use that to bind together tracks, and that's how it is with me. I'm stuck in the 2000. I don't want to create music that is produced today. I just want to create stuff that I like, and what I liked was stuff that happened back in the 2000s. So yeah, especially when it comes to the trance music and stuff we had back then, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna say this, and I would like to create a better drum mix in the beginning or something. I know I really need to have that. So I'm probably gonna have to save this for another video. So I'm probably gonna stop the video for today, and we will see if I can be back tomorrow and produce music for about an hour or two. We'll see about that. I hope I can get back into producing videos for YouTube, because that is what I want to continue be doing. So if you like the video, you know what to do. You can always like the video, share if you like, or please, if you like, don't forget to comment on the video if you like. So I'll see you guys very soon, and I'm 3DFX, and welcome back anytime. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for post notifications. See you guys. I'll see you guys the next time, and have a very good day, night, wherever you are. Bye bye, and take care out there. Bye bye.